Yeah. Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Lovelyti. I'm going to be seeing how severe is the health issue that she's supposed to be going through. What's going on with that? I already did a reading on her and Tasha K, and it got really intense and very, very deep. So we're going to be seeing what's actually going on with this woman, right? This reading will be just about her. Now, you guys know how I like to do it, right? I ask all the interesting questions, but before I get to it, let me just see. What's the energy around this lady? What's going on with her? What can we see? What's going around this Lovelyti? She's dealing with karma. She's dealing with retribution, divine retribution. What else can we see? That's actually deep. It has to do with what she's affiliated with spiritually, that it created a wild card situation. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Remember how in that reading I did about her and Tasha K, I was saying that this Lovelyti isn't innocent, that she's not pure as well, that she was involved in some very dark shit. I'm seeing that now. That her ancestors, they're involved in some deep shit. It's telling me that she comes from a cursed family because they were involved in human sacrifice, rituals regarding people, humans, and killing them for abundance and growth. Not just that, it's time to pay out. Time, I don't know, it's saying time is coming to an end. Time is coming to some sort of completion. That they made a deal with the serpent. The serpent wants, I don't know, it's saying wants a life. This is very, very, very deep. That the people that her family and herself have been murdering, killing and shit, they're calling for justice. And that reading I did again for Lovelyti and Tasha K and all that, it was showing that there's been weird deaths in these people families, whether it be a miscarriage, whether it be a suspicious death, like one of the cards that came out in the oracle deck I was using. In the other reading, it said that like there was some sort of suspicious deaths and look into it or something like that. I'm seeing that here, that there's been a lot of suspicious deaths in this Lovelity's family, even with her. And that those dead bodies, those dead souls, those dead people, whatever you want to call it, I guess a soul can't technically be dead, but you guys get what I mean. They're screaming from the dead. They want their saying their judgment, their retribution. It's deep that this card is in reverse, right? Because I pre-shuffle all these cards before I do all these decks before I do the readings, obviously. And you guys know that sometimes I shuffle really intense, so it makes the cards like sometimes be in reverse. I think that this is deep because this card originally represents spiritual cleanse. It's telling me that she's now been trying to have some sort of spiritual cleanse to cleanse the dirt, the filth, the bad karma, the bad deeds. But this card is in reverse. There's going to be no healing, no spiritual cleanse for this lady because what she was involved in. And it's telling me pull more from this deck. So, okay. What else can we see? I'm seeing that she's being drawn to a path of destruction. You see that fly or whatever that is? How, like, I was talking about some deep shit and it just, like, spawned out of nowhere, literally, actually. It's telling me that the underworld, whatever she's involved in, it's luring her into some shit. This is deep because she thinks she's going to be going to some sort of witch doctor, a guy that heals, because this card originally represent a cleanse as well in healing, that she's trying to go to some guy for healing and peace, that she's telling me it's true, that she's been exchanging money to try to get the curses lifted off of her. But it's going to be no such thing for her. Why? Because, again, look at this. The red serpent, again, because she made deals with the devil, literally, so she has to pay up. This is deep. This is why, guys, don't always, look up to people like YouTubers and shit that might have like massive channels. You know, I say that for what it's worth, right? I don't watch no Lovelyti. I've never seen an episode of Tasha K on my life. I've never seen that one episode of what she does. So I say that for what it's worth. But obviously I know that these people are popular and that these people have big, huge ass channels. I would say, like, you know, you don't know what people are involved in. You don't know their lineage. You don't know the deals that they've made. You don't know the MK Ultra that they might be under. I say that for what it is, because I'm seeing that a lady now, she's involved in some deep shit and she can't get out. Okay, so that's what's going on with her energy. That's what she's been up to. I don't know, I was saying pull again from the bottom of the deck. This is deep. This is deep because this card usually represents spiritual protection or the law, like being on your side. I would say that the divine's not on her side. The law, it's not on her side. She's about to birth a monster. She's about to birth a demon. What can we see as far as the law not being on her side? What can we see about that? That's interesting. What can we see? The law not being on this woman's side. It's something going on under her roof. I don't know, something to do with her family and shit. Not just that, you guys are seeing glimpses of things that's not right. The card is sideways, so you're not seeing the entire truth of what's going on with her, but things are being illuminated and being exposed. What else can we see? This lady, it's telling me whatever connections that she's been involved in, it's been connections of death. You see this shit, right? It's telling me, because the Eight of Wands usually represent connections, right? Like making connection, communication, blah, blah, blah. And look at this imagery here. I forget what this is called. I ain't gonna even say it because I'm gonna sound like an idiot. But this usually represents the Grim Reaper, right? It's in reverse, and this makes it more prominent when it's in reverse. It's telling me whatever connections she's been involved in has been death magic, death rituals. What else can we see? Oh, wow. This is like one of the first time a card flew so far. It fell on the ground, I think. I don't usually have that happen. It's telling me her family lineage again with the Ten of Pentacles. Her family has done a lot of wicked shit for money, connections, resources. Not just that, they placed a huge burden on her back by getting her involved in some dark practices. You see this shit, right? It's telling me she's involved with some sort of dark, I don't know, principalities, powers, dominions, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's saying that she's been involved in this since her youth, that she comes from an occult family. Very deep. I don't know why it's telling me choose from this as well. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, it just made her trap. That's deep. Okay, what else can we see? What's going on with this Queen of Cups? It's telling me pull this one and pull this one. Okay, the devil has her under a lot of abuse. It's telling me she's going through torture right now because it's like her life is flashing before her eyes. She's seeing all the abundance, all the opportunities, everything, and it's driving her crazy. That whatever dark forces, dark connections she's under, it wants her to, I don't know, it's saying be drunk with chaos, drunk with dark, I don't know, spirit casting. I don't know why it's being phrased that way, spirit casting. I don't know what that would be, but it's just saying that it's trying to have her consumed with craziness. Not just that, being promised things, being promised money, opportunity, being promised clout, but taking it back from her, seeing how much she's willing to give up for it. Okay, this is crazy. Let me ask now, let me move all this to the side. That was very deep. How sick is this woman? How unwell she is? Just tell me pull from this deck and this deck. So let me do this one first. How really sick is she? How unwell is she? What can we see? Okay, I'm seeing slight challenges. Truth. I mean, what I'm seeing is a woman that's not really sick. I gotta be real with you guys. I'm not seeing a woman that's actually sick. If anything, it's almost just like her health is kind of decent. You know, when we speak of like health and shit and the Page of Cups come up, even the Page of Wands, it can represent someone's constitution. It isn't always just someone about to give birth and shit like that. It's saying that her constitution is well. It's just what's going on though with the Ace of Swords. What is going on with her, like, spiritually? Right? Is she under some sort of judgment? Even the strength. The strength has to do with your constitution as well, and this is in the spiritual slot. So her constitution as well. It's just, what has she been involved in for this money? You know, who has she been hurting to receive all this opportunity, this growth, and this money? Because it's saying that what's happening to her is a form of heartbreak. It's an energy of heartbreak. Not just that, the Six of Swords represent moving out of a difficult situation or dreaming of trying to get out of a difficult situation. So it's saying that she's pleading because she wants to get out of a difficult situation. Or what else can we see? The High Priestess, because she was involved in spirituality. That's why. Yeah, her constitution's well. It's just that this spirituality has injured her with the Nine of Wands. That's just what I'm seeing. Because of this High Priestess energy. Because of the spell work she was involved in. So, I don't know what she's supposed to be sick with or whatever. But whatever is going on with her, I think she shaved her head. And I think this is very deep. That I'm going to bring it up now because I just realized that when certain forms of African spellwork, I guess you call it African spellwork or African spirituality, like they require you to shave your head. Ooh, because everyone was saying things like, oh, like, do she have cancer? What's going on with her? What I'm seeing here is that I don't see nothing going on with her health, right? What I am seeing, though, is a woman that's involved in spirituality. And I think it's funny because, you know, like I'm into like researching stuff, right? All sorts of stuff, even African things. Like I love everything from history, from learning about everything, right? So I know about like this title of Ianifa, if that's how you pronounce it. My apology. And I know that this one lady, I ain't gonna say who she is or anything like that because, like, yeah, I ain't gonna get her involved in this. But I think it's interesting, right? Like, she's supposed to be in Ianifa. And she shaved her head. And she was saying to the public, like, oh, I'm all about helping people. I'm all about, like, helping people heal. And I'm not gonna say what got her into it because she talks about, like, oh, this is what got me into it, right? And I think that it's funny that, like, you've seen her, like, really, like, exuberant and full of life. And as the years went by, she looked like she's been declining. And, like, she shaved her head and she's, like, bald-headed and shit. And she had, like, all this hair before. Now she's, like, bald-headed. I don't know if it grew back or what. But I think it's funny that it only put her in a sunken place. So she was saying that she got into spell work, or I guess, yeah, technically spell work. She got involved into this spirituality because she said it was about healing for her and that she felt like she lost her power and all sorts of shit. And I think that's funny that, like, if you see the lady, she looks completely miserable. But, you know, she's supposed to be healing people and shit. So, you know, I say that for what it's worth. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Like, why the fuck is this thing? That's weird. Okay, let me just get into this energy. The Empress energy, her lineage again. I'm seeing trying to have some sort of come up. Her lineage is involved. Temperance, I'm seeing that she's concocting some sort of, I don't know, potion, spell work, whatever you want to call it. She's trying to alchemize her spell work. I would say that whatever she's involved in spiritually is kicking her ass with this Ten of Swords. It's really doing a number on her. It's saying that it has to do with her come up. So I don't know anything of this Lovelyti. It's just telling me her come up, her money, her resources, but it's creating an uphill battle. And I think that it's funny, right? This happened for a reason. I don't know how it happened that this deck is with this. I swear to God, I don't know how it happened. But what that tells me is that it's for a reason. Because again, I shuffle all these cards before I do this reading, right? or these readings, I should say. I think that it's funny that the Ten of Swords is popping up here and the Ten of Swords is here. And above the Ten of Cups, happiness and fulfillment and all that. Not just that small money, not just that the Knight of Daggers, and energy of war. I would say that this is a layered situation. This is an extremely layered situation where I would say that, again, it has to do with her lineage. It has to do with her trying to receive money. All of this has to do with growth and money. I'm not seeing that her health is bad. I'm going to be real. I'm just seeing that she's just getting her ass kicked severely spiritually because of what she's involved in. I say that for what it's worth. What else can we see? Just in general, let me just ask that. What else can we see about this lady? What else is going on with her? So I'm seeing that, yeah, whatever's going on with her health, it's not what it seems. What else? All right. Yeah, it has to do with money. Money is a big deal for this woman. All of these problems are coming about because of money. Not just that the High Priestess, again, she's involved in things spiritually. Money. Works. Her spell work has to do with trying to have money. Shit like that. Not just that. We've seen it in a Tasha K reading I did for like the both of them, Tasha K and Lovelyti, that it was saying that karma is going to be kicking both of their asses. I'm seeing that she did this for protection as well. Like, whatever her spirituality she's involved in, she did it for protection. But it's telling me it wasn't to be. It only caused conflict for her. It's saying from her love life, her romantic life. I don't know if she has children, but it's saying even if she has children, it's just been creating conflict. That this duality energy that she brought into her situation, she doesn't have control over it. I get like being like, if you want to call it being in your shadow side, whatever, you know, I would say like your shadow side is just speaking your mind, right? Or like saying a lot of curse words or saying what's on your mind and shit like that, right? Because people usually keep that in. That's why they have like a lot of health issues and shit, because like they have so much shit they want to say, but they don't say it, and it just makes them sick. Meanwhile, there's people that's toxic, and everything that comes in their mind or how they feel in their heart, they like to say it. Like, I know this one woman, she likes to say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I'm going to say how I feel. I'm not going to make myself sick and not share how I feel and all this stuff like that. And it's funny because, like, this woman, as long as I've known her, like my whole life basically, this lady, all she does is talk shit. All she does is complain. All she does is speak her mind and say how she feels. All she does is like get into fights with people and just unnecessary stupid shit. And I guess she heard online somehow, some way that like, oh, keeping things in make you sick. So she used that as an excuse to just be stupid and shit. Meanwhile, it's kind of just like, the truth is that you're supposed to have some sort of humility to yourself, you know, a certain extent, and just chill. Like, you're not supposed to be in that combative energy 24/7, because that can actually make you sick too, right? Because everything has to have moderation, right? So it's like, okay, it's cool to share your opinions. Like, even me, like, I talk shit. I might be intense sometimes, but I'm not doing that 24/7. Every goddamn reading I do isn't me fucking exploding and shit, going crazy. Like, it just is what it is. You know, and meanwhile, like, you have, like, certain people, that's just them 24/7. And then they know that the shit is stupid because they know intuitively that they need to have some sort of moderation and be reserved, you know, like, up to a point. And for them, they try to justify it by being like, okay, I'm not going to hold it in. Now, the reason why I bring all this up is because it's a vibe where this lady feels like, okay, she's tapping into her shadow side and that it's bringing some sort of balance to her, and energy is saying it's true. But it actually isn't really balancing out your shadow side. If you're just involved in shit, you're just involved in shit, right? It's like, how dirty can you be, right? If you don't take a shower for one day, okay, that's dirty. That's extremely dirty to me, right? It's just like, okay, now imagine not showering for like a week or 2 months. Imagine rolling in dog shit, right? That's extremely filthy. That's extreme. The same thing with this dark spirituality, this dark spell work that she's in. She feel like she's playing in some dark shit, that she's affiliated with some dark shit, and that she's being balanced. But it's telling me whatever she's involved in, it's too extreme. It's too extreme. And it's reaching all sorts of angles of her life. And she should know this too, because it's telling me that she comes from a dark family that's been involved in deaths, misery, and sadness. This lady needs to get her shit together. Not just that, it's saying that it's just going to leave her sick. And I know I said there's nothing going on with her health, but it's saying spiritually depleted. That whatever she's involved in spiritually, it's only going to leave her sick and depleted. And it's going to create a tower. Not just that, there's some sort of man that's going to capitalize off her death. So I don't know what she's involved, or who, or what she's involved in. This could be like the people behind the scenes that's pushing her YouTube channel or whatever else she's involved in. It's telling me she's just going to make these people money. You know, these type of people, these type of large corporations, whatever we want to call it, they take policies out on people, right? I mean, I shouldn't spill the beans too much, but, you know, these people, they're about their cash. They're going to get their money some way, somehow. Not just that, she has like a peeping Tom monitoring spirits that's observing her. It's telling me that she's going crazy because there's cameras like all over her house, all over her shit, just spying on her, that is making her go crazy. This lady, she's really going through it. She's really going through it. It's because the marriage that she's involved in. You see, this particular card represents a show. It's telling me that whatever marriage she's involved in, to push her whole show, her whole operation, it's tied to the devil. It's tied to dark forces. It's tied to crazy shit. That's why they're even observing this woman. So, yeah, let me ask, does this woman have much longer with us? Let me see. Does this lady have much longer with us? What can we see? This lady has to fight for her survival, that she really has to come out the pocket. I'm not trying to be crude, but what I'm seeing here is that she has to, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but it is what it is. She has to sell her body. The energy's telling me I'm onto something, guys. When there's flies, fruit flies, and all that crazy shit around, it's because I'm onto something. She has to sleep with people. Whoever can heal her, maintain her, because she has to fight for her life. If she's not coming out the pocket and sleeping with all these people, she's going to die. Because karma, it's telling me it's at the gates. It's at the front door. So she needs to pay out and pay up. That she's trying to maintain herself through sex rituals, sleeping with people that can help her. The devil literally has her in all sorts of debauchery. Like I was telling you earlier, it's to try to like maintain herself, to try to like, I don't know, it's saying to try to like keep herself alive, that the devil's just having her do all sorts of extreme shit. Especially with like being intimate. Like, I'm not trying to be graphic here, but it's just saying that whatever she's involved in, she's really fighting for her life, because karma, it's making this lady suffer because of what she did for the money. It's telling me that she was really ruthless for the money. It's telling me how she gained it is how she's going to lose it. So if she was fucking all sorts of people behind the scenes to make her money from whether it be her channel, whatever she's involved in, I don't know, I don't watch that lady. However she gained her money, whoever she was fucking and doing whatever she was doing to blow up, that's going to be returning back to her. It's just what I'm seeing. And it's not because, like, sleeping around to, like, improve your circumstances is bad. I mean, it's not honorable, but it's not, like, bad where it's like, oh my God, it's all this crazy shit going to happen. It's saying because she was involved in particular rituals, that she was doing some sort of, again, human sacrifice. Crazy shit. Being secretive about it as well. The Seven of Swords. Being hidden. Being secretive. That this lady's history is telling me it's a fraud. This woman's history is a fraud. It's full of lies. And it's more complex than what people can know. What I'm seeing here is that the devil is having this lady be exploited to basically keep her around. That once she doesn't have any usefulness for the powers that be, they're going to dump this woman. So I say that for what it's worth. Hopefully this reading was insightful and it brought a clear understanding of the deeper sides of life. Take care, people.